Okay, we're going to continue covering fixed-wing aircraft in this video, and we're going to take and finish up with anti-aircraft ordnance being fired at fixed-wing aircraft. I've got an example laid out here of this German AA gun. This is the same counter. I just have two of them, one of them face up and one face down, so you can see each side. Also, I've got an example on screen for you now of a different type of AA, and you'll see that some AA weapons are going to have blue or green numbers that will signify the stats for the AA weapon itself, like what you're going to actually use when firing at airborne targets. Now, just like fixed-wing aircraft firing at units on the ground, when an AA is firing at fixed-wing aircraft itself, they're not going to receive any adjacency bonus. So this AA gun, if it were to fire at this plane in this hex, the AA gun would not get an adjacency bonus because the plane is considered to be so much higher than the AA gun itself. Also keep in mind that the 1 hex shadow of blocking terrain will block the fire of an AA weapon. So if this AA weapon were located here behind this building, it would not be able to fire at that fixed-wing aircraft because the 1 hex shadow cast by the blocking terrain itself. Also, when you are firing at fixed-wing aircraft, you're going to have a +2 modifier applied to your to hit rolls. So looking at this ordnance table here for this AA gun, the Hurricane located where it is now at the close range, the AA gun would use the first column, 5, 8, and 3 when firing at it, and its to hit roll would need to be an 8 or under. You would add a +2 to that, effectively meaning that they would need a 6 or under to hit the plane instead. When you do have an AA weapon like this firing at a fixed-wing aircraft, it's going to be conducted just like an ordnance weapon firing at an armored vehicle. You can see the armor value for our Hurricane is located in the bottom left, and it's a value of 1. You'll resolve that just like you would for any other ordnance against armored vehicle combat. Make sure to watch my video on that to see the specifics of how that's going to be accomplished. Once you've resolved the attack, if the fixed-wing aircraft is abandoned, shaken, or damaged as a result, it'll simply be removed from the map and it's considered to have been aborted from its mission. However, if instead it is destroyed, you're going to take and roll 1d6 and you're going to move that many hexes ahead on the flight path that the aircraft was on, and it's going to crash into that hex, causing a 6 firepower attack. So let's say our AA weapon here fired and destroyed the Hurricane, and a 2 was rolled for the distance of the crash. You would count 2 hexes ahead, and you would place a wrecked marker or a crashed plane marker, some modules do come with those, in the hex, and you would resolve a 6 firepower attack against all the units in the hex. If there were any armored vehicles in the hex, they are going to be treated as open for this attack, and if there's any light constructed buildings in the hex, they're going to be rubbled.